Daily reflection. A resting place. May 8th. All of AA's 12-step ask us to go contrary to our natural desire. They all deflate our egos. When it comes to ego deflation, few steps are harder to take than 5. But scarcely any step is more necessary to long-term sobriety and peace of mind than this one. 12 Steps, 12 Traditions, page 55. After writing down my character defects, I was unwilling to talk about them. I decided it was time to stop carrying this burden alone. I needed to confess those defects to someone else. I had read and been told I could not stay sober unless I did. Step 5 provided me with a feeling of belonging, with humility and serenity when I practiced it in my daily living. It was important to admit my defects of character in the order presented in Step 5, to God, to ourselves, and to another human being. Admitting to God first paved the way for admission to myself and to another person. As the taking of the step is described, a feeling of being at one with God and my fellow men brought me to a resting place where I could prepare myself for the remaining steps towards a full and meaningful sobriety. I haven't done Step 5 with a sponsor, but I feel like I do it every day with my higher power, myself, and a fellow alcoholic. I tend to talk to alcoholics daily. That helps me in my sobriety. Understanding that I'm not alone in this path of being sober or my sobriety, but it should be done with a sponsor, as they say it should be. I personally think if you're working the steps with the sponsor or with other alcoholics, it's going to keep you sober. It's been working for me. I'm not saying to do it my way, because I don't think it's very smart, but I'm doing what works for me. And doing the things that are necessary in sobriety tends to go a long way. If it has to be done. But Step 4 was a big one for me. And then Step 5 was, just letting it out, giving it, like it's saying it to your higher power, and also to another alcoholic. But you can do it in religious terms too. Saying it to a priest or your pastor or something like that should also work. Pretty much just to get rid of your past. Not rid of your past, but at least talk about your past, and not into great detail, but at least get it off your chest. And so you can live a sober life and not regret what you have done in the past, and move on from it. Not necessarily meaning that it's gonna get rid of the past, but it's definitely gonna let you not hang on to it and understand that it wasn't your fault, and that you can move on and live a peaceful life and be able to support someone else in their defects. Other than that, we'll end with the serenity prayer. God grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Daily reflection. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.